What is the importance of diaphragmatic breathing and how this type of breathing can help you in surfing? Imagine you get to the beach, you look at the ocean, the waves are big and powerful. You know you have to get out there in order to get away. You get your boards, you go into the water, you paddle out. You sit outside in order to get a wave. Your breathing is heavy, you're feeling anxiety. The way you breathe is going to determine if you get the best wave of your life or if you're gonna get a really long hold down. Not only that, but oxygenating your body at a higher level will allow you to hold your breath a lot longer. The amount of breath hold a person can sustain doesn't only depend on the amount of air in the lungs, but most importantly, the amount of oxygen in the blood. Now you're in the ocean, you just got caught by a wave, you look up, there's another wave landing on you. The faster you hyperventilate, the more CO2 is going to come out of your body, the longer you can stay in the water without the intense urge to breathe. And that's why hyperventilating in surfing is really important. Aloha everyone, Ricardo Taveira here, directly from Waimea Bay, North Shore of Oahu. I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of diaphragmatic breathing and how this type of breathing can help you in surfing. For the ones that don't know my work, I am a PADI Master Diver Trainer. I am a big wave surfer with over 30 years of surfing experience, and I also created a training for surfers to improve their breath hold skills called the Apnea and Surf Survival course. I teach this course here in Hawaii and many other locations around the world. Alright, let's go straight to the point. What is the importance of diaphragmatic breathing for surfers like you? Imagine you get to the beach, you look at the ocean, the waves are big and powerful, but you want to go out there. You grab your boards and you paddle out. Once you get outside, you're going to feel anxiety. Your breathing is going to be heavy. The way you breathe when you get out there is going to determine if you're going to get the best wave of your life or possibly get the worst wipeout of your life. Diaphragmatic breathing allows you to oxygenate your body more efficiently. When you have more oxygen in your body, you have more endurance, you have more focus, more energy, and more awareness. These are the main ingredients for surf survival. Not only that, but oxygenating your body at a higher level will allow you to hold your breath a lot longer, because the amount of breath hold a person can sustain doesn't only depend on the amount of air in the lungs, but most importantly, the amount of oxygen in the blood. Okay, let's learn how to breathe up. There's two ways to breathe up. We have breathing for oxygenation, we also have breathing for hyperventilation. And what are the difference of breathing for oxygenation and breathing for hyperventilation? When you want to oxygenate your body at a higher level, you perform your breathe ups for oxygenation. I call this breathe up 6x12. And how are you going to oxygenate your body at a higher level? By activating the diaphragm muscle and inhaling from the deep lower parts of the lungs all the way up into your chest. Hold the pressure in and slowly exhale out. I call this breathe up 6x12, which means inhale 6 seconds, activating the diaphragm from the lower parts of the lungs all the way up top. Hold the pressure in and slowly exhaling out, just like this. Activate, inhale. I am restricting the amount of air that comes out of my lungs. Why do I restrict the amount of air that comes out of my lungs? Because when you inhale and bring that much air or that much oxygen into your lungs and hold the breath in, slowly exhaling out, you're going to activate the alveoli. You're also going to activate the capillaries. The activation of the capillaries and the activation of the alveoli will allow you to diffuse oxygen at a higher concentration. The more you breathe up from the lower parts of the lungs up into your chest, and the longer you hold your breath in and slowly exhaling it out, you will oxygenate your body more efficiently. When do I perform my 6x12? Well, when you get to the beach and you look at the ocean and you start with the risk assessment, that's when your breathing for oxygenation is important, so you can start visualizing all the dangers that's in the water. you can pretty much focus on everything that you gotta do in order to get out there safe. You sit on the beach and you start your 6x12, inhaling from the bottom of the lungs all the way up and slowly exhaling the amount of air out of your lungs. When you get outside, you're going to sit on your surfboards and you're going to start with your 6x12 again. Deep breathing from the bottom of the lungs all the way up top and letting the air out slowly to oxygenate your body at a higher level. Sitting on my surfboards, now I focus on my breathing. I pay attention to what's going on around me. I'm continuing to do my risk assessments, where the sets are coming, where the rocks are, how's the currents going, what's the crowd doing. You basically pay attention to details as you fully oxygenate your body. So when the sets come, you're going to be fully oxygenated. Now let's talk about hyperventilation. What is the purpose of hyperventilation? Well, hyperventilation means breathing faster than normal. When you breathe faster than normal, you lower CO2 levels of your body. And why is it important for surfers to hyperventilate in water? The lower the CO2 levels of your body, the later the urge to breathe will come. Which means, if you have less CO2 in your body as you're practicing breath holding or apnea, you're going to delay the urge to breathe. There are different ways for you to perform hyperventilation breathing. Depending on the situation, you're going to hyperventilate normal or faster. For example, if I'm in a pool, ready to go underwater to practice breath holding, I am in a very safe environment, so there's no waves around me, I can perform a slow hyperventilation. I call this hyperventilation 4x4. Why? Because you inhale 4 seconds from the bottom of the lungs all the way up, and then open your mouth and let the air out for about 4 seconds. By hyperventilating like this will allow you to go underwater with less CO2 in your body, fully oxygenated, and be in total control of your breath holding. Now you're in the ocean, you just got caught by a wave, you look up, there's another wave landing on you. The faster you hyperventilate, the more CO2 is going to come out of your body, the longer you can stay in the water without the intense urge to breathe. And that's why hyperventilating in surfing is really important. It is also very important that in your hyperventilation you activate the diaphragm muscle so you can bring air from the lower parts of the lungs all the way up top. But when you exhale, you open your mouth, you let the air out. Let's practice hyperventilation 4x4. Activate your diaphragm and inhale. That's my 4x4 or my slower hyperventilation. If you are at the pool, ready to go down to practice breath holding, hyperventilating on a 4x4 will be sufficient. You don't need to hyperventilate too fast when you're in a safe environment like that. But let's say you're in the ocean, you just got caught by a wave, you look up, there's another wave landing on you. The faster you hyperventilate, bringing the most amount of air into your lungs and letting the air out immediately, bringing air in and out, in, out, in, out, the better for you. When I get caught by a big wave like that, I usually go on my 2x2, which means inhaling 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, just like this. And hold your breath because it's gonna have a long hold down. All right, now let's talk about how to use or breathe up techniques in surfing. You get to the beach, you look at the ocean, you sit down and you start stretching. When I stretch, I start breathing up, 6x12. Slowly bringing air from the bottom of my lungs all the way up, holding it in, slowly exhaling it out to last about 12 seconds. That's my 6x12, remember? Awesome. So 6x12, the entire time you're stretching, you're breathing, you're focusing on the waves, you're focusing on the dangers, you're working on your risk assessments, and you're also creating your emergency action plan. What is your emergency action plan? Emergency action plan means you start asking yourself questions about every possibility of things going wrong with you today. Losing your board, how are you gonna get to the beach? You're gonna end up on the rocks, how are you gonna get out of there? Are the waves too big for you? How many waves in a set? How frequently are the sets coming up? Is anybody out? Where are the lifeguards? By answering all those questions will allow you to create your emergency action plan. So if things go wrong, you know what to do. Okay, you're done with your 6x12, you're done with your stretching, you're ready to paddle out. So you grab your board and you go to the water. Once I paddle out, I'm gonna go on my 4x4 on my surfboards. How can I breathe 4x4 on my surfboards? Just like this. You're going to activate the diaphragm on every inhalation and paddle 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 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 out. Inhale. 2. I'm paddling, I'm breathing, I'm bringing oxygen in, and I'm letting the air out, out, out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 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 out. I am paddling and I'm breathing, focusing on oxygenating my body. I usually breathe 4x4 when I paddle on a channel, place like Waimea Bay, Sunset Beach, where you have a big open channel to get out there. You know you're not gonna get caught inside, so you're just gonna breathe like that. Inhale 4 seconds in, exhale 4 seconds out. You slowly paddle, you slowly breathe up. Throughout the entire paddle out, you're going to breathe like that. But let's say you surf on a beach break when there's waves coming at you all the time. Alright, so I get in the water and I usually go 3x2. 3x2 means I inhale, 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 out, out. One, 2, 3 in, 1, 2 out. 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2 out. I am breathing with my diaphragm all the way in and I let the air out throughout the entire paddle out. If waves come at me, all I gotta do, hold my breath and I duck dive. Come up, let the air out, paddle 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Another wave coming at you, hold your breath, go under. If you breathe like that the entire time you're paddling out, you're never gonna get in trouble because your body is going to be fully oxygenated and the CO2 levels of your body is going to be moderate. When you get outside, you're going to sit on your surfboards and you're going to start with your 6x12 again. The sets don't come for 10 minutes, you breathe up for 10 minutes. If the sets don't come for 20 minutes, you breathe up for 20 minutes, which means you're going to totally focus on breathing throughout the entire surf session. Since the time that you got to the beach, when you paddle out and you sit outside and you wait for those waves, you're breathing. Now the sets are coming. You lay in your surfboards, you're gonna go 4x4, or you can also do 3x2, any way you want. As long as you oxygenate your body as you paddle, you're doing the right thing. Okay, the sets are approaching, you're still in your 4x4. First wave arrives, the first person gets it. You keep paddling. Second wave, the other person gets it. Awesome. Third wave comes, you look around, you know that's your wave. You turn your board towards the beach and you start paddling hard. Now I usually go 2x2, power breathing. And you take off. Chances are, if you breathe like that throughout the entire session, nothing's going to take that wave away from you. You will make the most critical drop on that big wave. And you're also gonna get that big barrel if that's what you're aiming for. But the thing is, if it happens to fall on that wave and you go underwater, how much oxygen is your body going to have? Remember when I said the amount of time a person can sustain apnea or breath holding doesn't only depend on the amount of air in the lungs, but most importantly, the amount of oxygen in the blood. Which means now you're underwater, you're fully oxygenated, you're holding your breath, and you're focusing on your breath holds. You're focusing on the symptoms and the signs that will allow you to stay underwater safely. You stay down. When you act like that, you're going to stay down for so long that your wipeout from now on is going to be a joke. And after that wipeout, you come up, you look around, there's another wave coming at you. What should you do? Hyperventilation. Alright everyone, I hope you learned something new about diaphragmatic breathing for surfing today. So now I'd like to invite you to go surfing with me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my GoPro in my mouth, I'm gonna paddle out, and I'm going to talk to you as I surf so I can show you how I use my diaphragmatic breathing patterns when I'm out there, paddling out, sitting and waiting for the waves and breathing to catch the wave. So come with me, let's go surfing right now. And just to finalize it, I'm coming up with my apnea and surf survival training online to help surfers like you to breathe better, feel more comfortable in the water, increase your chance of survival and become a better surfer. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Instagram accounts and my Facebook. They're all Hawaii Eco Divers. And wait for more videos like this in order to help you to become a better waterman. Aloha. Hey everyone, I'm back here now, ready to go surfing. Happy to take you guys with me right now. The waves are pumping right now. Actually, it's about 4-5 feet Hawaiian scale, maybe some 6-footers on a phase 10-12. Pretty clean conditions. I'm here now, starting to stretch, starting to focus on my risk assessments. I'm also going to be starting with my breathe ups, 6x12, so I can oxygenate myself, oxygenate my body. Once I'm ready to go, I'm gonna paddle out on my 3x3, 4x4, and once I get there, again on my 6x12 until I'm ready to get the wave I want. I just got out here. Now it's time to catch up my breath, and soon I'm going to start working on my 6x12. Okay, I'm all done with my 6x12. I'm fully oxygenated right now. I'm well rested. I'm ready for a set. As soon as a set of waves start coming towards me, I'm gonna go into my 4x4, 3x3, position myself, and whenever I'm ready, I'm gonna catch the wave. And before I catch the wave, I'm gonna go on a 2x2 in order to fully oxygenate myself before I take off on that wave.